Welcome to Home is Nevada. I'm Dick Stoddard. I'll be your host today, and we are going to explore some incredible old buildings out at the Bartley Ranch area. You're going to love it. We're going to see items that go back over 100 years old, including the buildings themselves. Now, my co-host, Neil Cobb, and myself are going to have a lot of fun in the next half hour. We're going to take a look at what was going on a long time ago. Say, for example, out at the Ferretto Ranch. They have moved some old buildings here to the Bartley Ranch, and we're going to explore in the next half hour and see what's inside these buildings. Our tour guides, as I call them, will be Lauren, John, and Jack Hirsch. Let's take a look. And welcome back to Home is Nevada. Joining me today, Jack Hirsch, and I understand you're part of an organization called Truckee Meadows Tomorrow, correct?
Wrong, it's Truckee Meadows Remembered.
Well, I was close. Okay, now you've moved some buildings from across town over here to the Bartley Ranch area. How many years ago did you do that?
We did 2002, May 2002. They arrived here at Bartley Ranch Park.
And basically what you did is save them, right?
We did. They were going to be torn down. These buildings were originally from the Joe Ferretto Ranch on South Virginia. That location you might recognize as where Ethan Allen Furniture Store parking lot and Lazy Boy Furniture Stores
Absolutely.
are now. That was a historic ranch that dated back to the Comstock Lode era. The history of that ranch started out Mormon settlers in the late 1850s, and then the Dalton family, and then the Joe Ferretto family bought that ranch. They grew produce and sold the produce up at the Comstock Lode, the Virginia City market during the late 1800s, 1860s to 1890s primarily. That then became a working ranch. The Ferrettos grew a lot of alfalfa hay. They had many outbuildings. There was a large timber frame barn. There were a couple of house structures on that property. In the late 1990s, Boomtown Casino picked up these buildings and moved them to Boomtown and had them on display as a cultural, like a fun Old West setting for their clients. They'd have barbecues out there for the truckers, and then they expanded and they pushed these buildings out into a field, and they were doing nothing about them. And then Lauren John actually kept a dialogue with the Boomtown folks and persuaded them not to tear the buildings down.
Boy, that's a good thing.
Oh, that was a great thing that he did. And I came along because I was photographing old historic ranch structures in the 1990s, the late 1990s here in Reno. I'm a native Renoite, and I saw the growth and the loss of the ranching properties.
True.
So I started photographing all of these structures, and that's when I met Lauren, and we started brainstorming, and we approached the Washoe County Parks system and suggested that if we did the fundraising, that we move these little buildings to the site here and put them on display as a ranch, a cultural ranch, historical ranch heritage display.
Congratulations on what you accomplished.
Thank you. It was actually a lot of work.
Well, absolutely it was. Now, the building I'm looking at here, this kind of reminds me of a garage into the fact I'm looking at something parked in here.
Yes.
What is that?
First, starting with the building, we think this building is about 1910 construction. Also, the buggy is about 1905. It's a spindle seat runabout. We think the model is Studebaker. The badge that marks that is missing, which takes the value of the buggy much lower without that badge. But I know intimately this buggy because it was my mother's. My mother did driving with a Morgan horse as I was growing up as a kid. This buggy ended up in my garage. It was parked in my garage.
Seriously?
And as we were creating this display, I said, Mom, it would be okay if we donated the buggy to the park, and we agreed upon that. And so the buggy has been here on display ever since. And along with the buggy, you can see a lot of nice artifacts, old, cool, rusty things.
Oh, yes.
Have been donated by many, many citizens of the Reno area. When we started creating this project, the word spread, and folks started calling us. And they would call, and we'd go, and we'd pick up things. And so everything that's decorating these buildings are things that we picked up that were donated by just citizens calling us who wanted to donate.
I noticed a lot of old horseshoes down there. Am I looking at some old nails down here by
nice old nails? And
maybe our photographer here, John, can show us some of these nails. They look like they go way back. They don't look like
square nails.
Yes, right.
Big workhorse horseshoes. We've got harnesses and lanterns and pulleys and chains and you name it.
All right, we got time. Let's go down to the next building.
Head on to the bunkhouse.
And you know what people need to know is that if teachers are watching or any groups or organizations, they can call up the Bartley Ranch at 828-6612 and they can schedule a tour of this, right? You'll come out and open up the buildings.
We act as docents, and when they call the park, we will come right out here, and we have led many tours, particularly fourth graders. Fourth grade
fabulous.
concentrates on history, and so we've had many fourth grade classes show up, and we open up, and Lauren, John, and I docent, and I'm Jack Hirsch, just to remind you, and we will docent and lead the children through a tour. We've had a very good time, and the most memorable part of that has been the kids, I think, live in a virtual world perhaps, and when they do visit and they see a saddle on a saddle rack and they can touch the saddle, they constantly ask, is this real? Is this real? Is that a real buggy? Is that a real horseshoe?
Sure.
The kids visiting, they have a blast seeing these real artifacts, and they consistently ask, "Is this real? Is this real?" And I'll say, "Yes, that's real."
Oh, sure.
We interpret these buildings as the way we see them, most likely as they were, and we set up the artifacts to interpret the way the building was. This was the bunkhouse, and I've talked to old timers that knew the Feretto Ranch, and they said that there was an old guy named Jack, and so we call this Jack's Shack. And so, but we set it up as a bunkhouse, and you can see it's a two bed bunkhouse, and it would have been the living facility for some buckaroos on the ranch, some working guys on the ranch, and so we've decorated it as such. And we have the old stove in the middle.
This is the real deal.
It is the real deal.
Yes.
All of this is
See,
very
the young people see this on
authentic.
TV, right, in the Western movies.
Yeah.
And this is the
You
really
could
way
film
it
a John
was.
Wayne movie here. Yeah.
Excellent. That is super. Okay, coming up in the next segment, I'll have my sidekick, Neil Cobb. He'll be talking with Lauren about what's going on in some more of these outbuildings. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
RL Hair Center in Midtown offers great non-surgical solutions in hair restoration.
I plan to keep the hair I've got, thanks to RL Hair Center's complete line of topical solutions.
It looks and feels like your own hair.
Really, guys? Look at this, and then look at this.
RL Hair Center will help you reclaim that youthful, vibrant look you once had.
You're never too young to get your game back.
Call today for a free consultation and hair analysis.
RL Hair Center, the best in non-surgical hair replacement.
My name is Kathy, and I want to tell you about Somewhere in Time. The Antique Mall is located at 1313 South Virginia Street, and we're open Monday through Saturdays from 10 till 6, Sundays 11 till 5. We have 19 different vendors, and we have a wide variety of antiques and collectibles, memorabilia, neon and beer collectibles, sun purple glass, vintage Pyrex, vintage jewelry, Blanco glass, oil lamps, casino memorabilia, vintage toys and Scout memorabilia, comics, and really too much more to describe. So please come down and see us. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
Welcome to Forever Young Hair Studio, Reno's premier hair and makeup boutique, located in the heart of the Midtown District at 120 Thomas Street, Suite 2. Forever Young Hair Studio is owned and operated by Young. At Forever Young Hair Studio, you will notice a relaxing atmosphere. Young specializes in hair design and makeup. Young's work has been showcased in photo shoots and fashion shows where you will often find her on the set. Call today for your appointment at 348-2500.
And welcome back to Home is Nevada. And our good friend here, another one of the participants in moving all of these wonderful buildings from the Feretto Ranch, our good friend, this is Lauren John. He's also a local muralist, a wonderful, wonderful artist. And out here at the Bartley Ranch, he's got one of his murals depicting one of those ranches. So tell me all about what you do. Did you just tag along with Jack, or did you actually do something?
Well, that's a great story. Actually, we had met a long time ago when we were kids, and then actually re-met when I was working on the mural right up here at the Wick up there, and that was back in 1999, I believe it was. So we actually reconvened. Jack had moved back from back east and came back out west and rediscovered Nevada all over again, and after a sojourn back east, and we just kind of hit it off right away. We figured, you know, we're kind of in the same.
You have the same interest.
The same
I know.
interest in preservation, Nevada heritage, and history, and we just set out to save whatever we could save.
Yeah, the proud history of this state. You want bring it forward any possible way that you can, and here is living proof. These are the real McCoy. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
So we need to take a look at one of the other buildings. You've got what, a blacksmith shop is next, or
yeah,
or would
yeah.
you?
Let's take a tour here.
Yeah.
You've seen some of the buildings down the boardwalk.
Yeah, we got a boardwalk working for us.
The bunkhouse. This is a very favored place in the world of ranches. This is where a lot of the cowboy poetry, a lot of the downtime on ranches developed right here in the shade of the evening. So this was kind of a fabled place of American folklore.
Yeah, that was comfortable just sitting there.
Yeah, just the art of storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, cowboys sitting around shooting the bull, telling stories, tales, singing, coming up with the Western cowboy motif.
Enjoying that
right
great
here.
clean air.
Yeah. But this building here, this dates back to the 1870s. Originally on the Freddo Ranch, it was called Jack's Cabin.
Jack's Cabin.
Yes.
I see you had a little bit of a sponsorship. Did you have quite a few of those? This is the Sir Optimus?
We're always open to the idea of adopt a building. So if a certain organization or group would love to participate in preservation, we'll let you adopt one of these buildings here and help out physically.
And this one is sponsored by who?
This one here is actually sponsored by, let's see, the
Sir Optimus.
Sir Optimus International of Reno, 1870s.
Yeah, the service clubs have been instrumental in picking up the slack in all kinds of different projects.
Yes.
The Seeing Eye Dogs to sponsoring a bunkhouse. That covers a wide spectrum.
Sometimes people just want to contribute, either monetarily or they want to get their gang out and do something in the community that helps the community. So it's a great program that we, open armly accept. It's like, come on out and help out on the ranch.
It did help to have three of you as good friends pull us off.
Yes, Jack Hurst, Jack Sutton, myself, we just kind of hit it off. We're true grit Nevadans, and we just love this place. So.
I like to tease Jack, but I have a huge amount of respect for him and Jack Sutton and yourself.
Well, thank you.
Look at what you've been able to produce.
Yeah.
You tell me a little bit about the problem that you had on the side of this building.
Well, just yesterday, day before yesterday, we had some pretty massive winds, probably close to 80-mile-an-hour winds, whipping through the park. So on my daily walks through the park with our dog Phoebe here, I noticed that sometimes you get some loose corrugated tin or woodwork that just blows off from the wind. You get 80-mile-an-hour winds, things blow off. So part of what we do out here is pound nails, and we even save the old square nails and the old nails that have patina, and we reuse them in patching some of the original siding that goes back to the 1870s.
And a couple of those clapboards had blown off, huh?
Right, a good chunk of them had blown off because they were put back on here using staples, and staples don't hold very well. So we use the real McCoy even in the nails and the fasteners. And, what you see on here is the original oxblood patina on the remaining wood.
Just a bit of it's left.
And a lot of that paint or coating at the time was made out of actual ox blood.
Well, of course, here's a necessity.
Oh, yes, the old outhouse. This was another fabled area on ranches, and they called them outhouses because you had to go out of the house to use them.
Yeah.
It was the best of 19th century plumbing, as it were.
Yes, standstill plumbing shouldn't be in the house.
Yes, and this is what they call a two-holer. So you would cozy up to either one of your family or say another cowpoke, and you'd have to utilize the two-holer together there, but you always had a Sears and Roebuck catalog, to kind of bide the time a bit.
Bide the time. Take care of some other
But
business.
typically, the outside hoppers that they had for outhouses
What do
were
they
all
say?
over.
You're never done till the paperwork's complete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The lack of ventilation in there, or actually we're looking through a couple of the clapboards, and you do have a bit, but later on with the WPA, they built outhouses in
Right.
Nevada with,
Yeah.
with an improved system. That was one of the ways that they funded themselves.
That was one of the benefits of the FDR administration, was
Yes.
the fly-proof outhouse. And these were especially government-designed outhouses. They cost a little more, but they were government-designed. Actually, you could probably get them for free for the asking, and they would come out and build them on your property. Some came pre-built. And they were supposedly fly-proof and more sanitary than the home-built models that you
home-built
see
ones.
here.
Well,
But,
we're going to move on to the next
All right.
building, and I think I'm going to give that one to our good friend Dick Stoddard.
okay.
Wow, what happened to your computer?
It fell off my desk.
Technology Center can fix that for you in a heartbeat. Technology Center repairs Macs and PCs. Visit our large, spacious showroom. We're full of new electronics, new computers, monitors, keyboards, and all the accessories for your home and office needs. We have everything the big box stores have, and if you have a problem with your items, you can bring them back to us here locally and we'll service them right here. With Technology Center, you don't have to leave the area to get satisfaction.
You wouldn't take your child to Crowbuilt for dental work.
He's broken them 5 times. Just fix them.
So why on earth would you take gold, silver, or rare coins to anyone other than the professionals at Northern Nevada Coin? With stores in Reno, Carson City, and Minden, they pay the most for your unwanted gold jewelry, gold or silver bullion, or collection of rare coins. For your fabrication and welding needs, go to Crowbuilt. And for all your gold or rare coin needs, go see Northern Nevada Coin.
This won't hurt a bit.
For over 42 years, Pet and Place Pet Store has had love for sale. Kittens, birds, rabbits, guinea pigs, and even reptiles. You'll find them all at Pet and Place, along with all the supplies you'll need to keep your pet as happy and healthy as possible. We have a huge selection of toys and treats and delightful animal-themed knickknacks to keep you and your pet entertained. We specialize in live food for your best friend. When it comes to your pet, Pet and Place has what you're looking for. 1121 South Wells Street in Reno.
Welcome back to Home is Nevada, and we certainly are in a old building here that is definitely all about Nevada. And I'm your host, Dick Stoddard, and I have with me Jack here. And this building looks more like a storage house than anything else.
Well, we have a lot of artifacts.
What's going on in here? Yeah, I'll say you do.
To the ceiling. A lot of artifacts that have been donated by citizens, old ranch artifacts. But this is the chicken coop. And a lot of folks walk up and they go, is that a schoolhouse? Is that a church?
That's why the chicken wire.
It's a chicken coop, and the structure, the cupola on the top is the pigeon loft. And in the very pioneer days, they would attract even pigeons to roost in the pigeon loft. No, and they would utilize every resource they could, and they would use the pigeon poop for in the garden to fertilize, they would collect the eggs, and then if the eggs hatched, they would utilize the squab in a
So you
nice
come in here for the fresh
delicacy.
eggs?
Yes, fresh eggs, and then down here we had the chickens. Big chicken coop here, and there's some original chicken doors on the outside still.
I noticed you've got some saws in here that must go back, what, 60, 80 years ago?
Yeah, there's just
Are
some
those
good
big
old
milk
rusty
containers
stuff.
in the back
Yep,
there?
some milk cans, yep. And,
This is amazing.
yeah, the chickens, they would raise the chickens and sell the chickens to Virginia City for the people, citizens, the miners of Virginia City.
And Jack, you know, once again, I think this is amazing that people out there that have an organization or a club or the teachers, you can bring the classroom out here.
That's right.
You guys will open up these buildings. You all coordinate this through the Bartley Ranch people.
That's right, Bartley
And
Ranch.
people can actually take a look at this and spend some time and see what history's all about.
Yes, we are very happy to share this with school classrooms, teachers,
that's wonderful.
anybody that wants to see some good old Reno, Nevada, Western heritage, ranch heritage.
The Bartley Ranch number, once again, is 828-6612. So give them a call during the week, and they'll return your call if you don't get anybody. This is definitely a place that people need to come out and see and spend a day.
Sure. That's right.
It's really super. Also coming up here in a few minutes, we're going to be talking about Truckee Meadows Remembered. I've got a little booklet here in my hand, and it's full of a lot of pictures and everything. So explain that to me coming up here in a
This
few
little
minutes.
booklet, I self-published this, my photography and Lauren John's artwork. We use this booklet. We sell it at Sundance Bookstore, the Artist Co-op Gallery, the Historical Society of Nevada. It's a little fundraiser. We have an account set up that supports the maintenance of these buildings, and the sales of this book goes directly into that account.
Super.
So buying a book helps this
How much is the
preservation of
booklet?
the $10.
Pictures are
And there's
fabulous.
the story of the history of barns and ranches in Nevada.
It's all
in Reno,
documented.
in the
Yes.
Truckee Meadows. And then there's a story in the very back of the moving and the preservation of these buildings.
All right. Very good. Okay. All right. Once again, we'll be back in a few minutes to close out our show, so don't go away. Well, Neil Cobb, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure is.
Home is Nevada, and we know that because we're natives.
Well, we both share the same love for Nevada.
We both went to Reno High School.
Yeah, you're out of one class and I'm out of another.
That's right, and your dad's
and my class was the best class.
Jerry Cobb, class of 59, 58?
58.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some things we got coming up in the weeks ahead?
Well, the following week we're going to be over with Dick Dreiling at the Sparks Heritage Museum, and we're going to go through those cars. He dresses as a conductor, and we're going to go inside those Pullman cars and show you how very, very compact and workable they are. And then to follow up on there, we just talked about our high school. Well, we've got an alumni center that sits on the front lawn. And we have some very important people like Raggio that graduated from there, Bill Thornton went to Cal Neva, that goes back to 1868, his family does.
The building was not there when we went to school.
Oh, no, it sure wasn't. And then I want to close that one up with a little gal by the name of Eva Adams. Yeah, a very, very special story there. We'll save that, but got to tune in.
Good, so more to come.
For over 100 years, Northern Nevadans have slept in comfort with the help of Reno Mattress Company. Hi, I'm Mike Berry. Can you flip your mattress? If not, let us custom make your next mattress. We offer Talalay latex rubber, memory foam mattresses, foam rubber cut to size, water beds and accessories, electrical adjustable beds and more. Plus, we specialize in custom sizes for your home or RV. Reno Mattress Company has been the place to shop since 1910. Come visit our showroom at 1210 East 4th Street. And remember, if you sleep on it, we can make it.
Sierra Car Service has been in business since 1978 as a full-service auto repair garage. For minor maintenance like oil changes, fluid checks, engine diagnostics and tune-ups, to more advanced repair like full engine rebuilds, clutch work, and brakes, Sierra Car Service does it all. They guarantee their work and they put your safety first. They are located at 1535 Heimer Avenue and they are open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Make an appointment today to keep your car running strong.
All right, welcome back to Home is Nevada. We're in another one of these outbuildings over here at the Bartley Ranch. And Neil, what's this one called?
This one's the cookhouse.
The cookhouse. Well, this ought to be interesting. Jack, what do you know about this? Are we ready to eat? Where's dinner?
Yes, we are. We have it all set up. The bell's ringing. Can you hear it?
No, I
and
can't hear it.
all the ranch hands need to show up real soon, and we're going to have some grub.
This pie looks a little old.
Yeah.
I think we got beans today. So.
Oh, no.
Actually, it may be beans and steak every day, but...
It doesn't look like this could seat a lot of people. What, it's maybe 8, 10 people at best?
Yeah.
Well, generally, back in the day, when the ranch hands were working, they would come in very hungry, so they had to feed them basically 3 meals a day, from breakfast, lunch, to supper. So this was primarily a place where the cook was firing that stove probably all day long, from boiling coffee to making food to, in some occasions, even washing clothes in a building like this. Traditionally, this was used as a wash house also. So if they weren't feeding, they were washing, they were doing other chores, plucking chickens perhaps.
I don't see a refrigerator anywhere.
No, they didn't really have an ice box in this this building here. So it was very either fresh food or fresh slaughter, or very fresh vegetables from the truck garden. Yeah. Everything was very fresh on the ranch, obviously.
Boy, I'll say. This is remarkable.
So they had canned preserves. You'll see some of the canned preserves in this locker over here. And of course, the omnipresent pie safe. Pies were definitely something that they would cook up, and they were hearty meals, and they could be anything from meat pies to pumpkin pie to apple pie. Whatever they grew on the ranch, they would generally cool in a pie safe just like this here.
Now, I don't see any dishwasher, and where's the kitchen sink?
Ah, that's where the old hand pump comes in handy.
Well, we're talking, I think, over 100 years ago.
Your tub over there, and your washer is that
That's where you do the dishes?
That's where you,
yeah.
Oh,
just some tubs and water, and
we've come a long way.
Throw it out in the garden afterwards.
This was also
fertilize the tomatoes.
Yes, this was also a bathhouse. So that tub there may have been the bath for the cowboys back in the day when they might have taken 1 bath per year.
Yep. Heat up the water on the stove.
Okay.
And you got your hot water.
Isn't this amazing? Now, I don't imagine these buildings were very well insulated back then.
No.
And in fact, somebody told me once a long time ago, isn't it right, Neil, that they used newspaper to put in the walls?
Sure.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Did it actually work?
It's true.
I found newspaper in the walls of old buildings.
Yeah. Oh, my. For insulation.
Yes, exactly.
They even bottles.
Put a bottle in the wall?
You build a building with bottles to help insulate.
Oh, that's right. Where have I seen that? There's a
Rhyolite,
bottle. Where's the bottle?
Nevada
There it
has
is.
a bottle
Right.
house. Goldfield.
Yeah, Goldfield, I think, has a bottle
Those would be
house.
tough to move if you had to move those
That'd be
buildings.
pretty tough.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, all these structures are stick frame. They're nice dimensional lumber, and the interior of this, the cookhouse here has a nice beadboard interior. So does the bunkhouse, and that was a typical material for the inside. But pretty much you just have empty space between the studs and the siding on the outside.
Right,
and
absolutely.
Not really any insulation.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
In the day, this was luxurious.
Is this would be also,
Especially
I'm visualizing when it's dinner time, they take that and ring the bell.
Oh yeah, ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
the triangle bell.
Triangle or an old,
Come and get it.
an old ranch bell.
It's hard to say
sometimes,
worked.
you know?
I bet they didn't have to ring it very hard.
Right, I'm sure there was a line outside the
Yeah.
door, ready to eat. So.
Good point. Well, this has been really fun, fellas, and I think it's just amazing that you two gentlemen are making this building available to the public upon calling and making a reservation in a time and place. You'll come out and open it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And the
it's a lot
young
of fun.
young people are amazed, aren't they?
They are. It's amazing to just about
They
everybody.
don't believe it.
Yeah, they don't.
Well, this is hard to believe. There's no refrigerator. You don't have a dishwasher.
Well, they typically would have had a
There's
cellar.
no running water.
A root cellar down in the ground somewhere with ice, blocks of ice that they would have harvested and sawdust insulating.
The bench
blocks
seat
of ice.
doesn't exactly look that comfortable, Neil. What do you think?
I'm better standing.
There's no pad on it.
Might have splinters just looking at it.
I wonder what the silverware looks like. I'm afraid to ask if there is any. Okay, now, Neil, real quickly, you wanted to point out some brochures to me and what's going on here at Barley Ranch, just besides this building.
Yeah, well, Andy and Colleen, a couple of the rangers here that oversee the safety of the park, make sure everybody's playing according to Hoyle. Well, they gave me these brochures, and we have a full map assembly and all of the different parks and what they're used for and what facilities that they have. And these, you can pick these up at the main station there. You have another one, the regional open spaces.
There's no charge for these.
There's 67 hiking trails that they've got.
Oh,
they've got all kinds of
seriously?
stuff going on.
Okay.
You got an amphitheater down there. They have cowboy poetry. Got
Yeah,
all
I've
kinds
seen
of
that.
stuff.
That's nice.
And in July they're going to have a photo exhibit. And guess what it's labeled?
Couldn't imagine.
Oh, could it be Home
Home
is
is
Nevada?
Where did we ever get that name from?
But you got to come out and take advantage of all of the wonderful things that the state of Nevada and Washoe County parks
Boy, that's
offer.
true. That's
Yes.
right. And most all of it is free to the public.
Yes.
Which is good.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Gentlemen, we want to thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate all you've done for Nevadans.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
For future Nevadans, to see what
Yeah.
it was like a long time ago.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All
folks
right.
just have to come out and experience the ranch.
Okay. So join us again next week for Home is Nevada.
You wouldn't take your child to Crowbilt for dental work,
He's broken them 5 times. Just fix them.
so why on earth would you take gold, silver, or rare coins to anyone other than the professionals at Northern Nevada Coin? With stores in Reno, Carson City, and Minden, they pay the most for your unwanted gold jewelry, gold or silver bullion, or collection of rare coins. For your fabrication and welding needs, go to Crowbilt. And for all your gold or rare coin needs, go see Northern Nevada Coin.
This won't hurt a bit.